Dubai's gold is the cheapest in the world? Because people generally go for experience, but how they can invest from tourism?
So, tourism is, of course, a given. Any country would have tourists. But Dubai,
People are going tech crazy nowadays, and AI is something that is crazy. So, Dubai is something very strong when it comes to tech.
you're very accurate right there. So, the tech scene in Dubai is exploding.
All these investment zones, what is the minimum investment that is required?
A minimum investment on real estate for 2 million dirhams, only then you can get a golden visa.
Welcome to another podcast by Ekta from Dubai Housing. Here I'm going to break the myth that Dubai is just about properties. In fact, it is about possibilities and opportunities. So here I welcome Rohani, Dubai marketing analyst, who is going to break down 5 prime areas where contemporary youth can invest, as it is a liable and reliable source of investment. Hello Rohani.
Hi, Ekta. Thank you for having me and for that very nice introduction. So, before we start, I just want to ask you, when I say the economy of Dubai, what comes to mind?
I think Middle East is always about oil. That's their main source of, income. And other than that, now it is about real estate because that's booming like crazy.
Right. I'm glad you said that. So, you're right about real estate. The market in Dubai is just skyrocketing at the moment, as we see on Instagram and all types of social media platforms. But did you know oil only takes up 5% of Dubai's economy?
Really, I thought I was living under a rock because I think it was more than that.
Well, that's what everyone seems to think. But Dubai has an economy which is one of the most diverse economies in the world. So, like you introduced me today with what we're going to talk about. So, let's talk about top 5 main sectors where people can invest beyond real estate.
Okay, of course, it is real estate. So, after that, of course, gold is something that is very attractive. So, what do you have to say about the gold? How reliable it is?
Right. To start off with gold, well, Dubai is a powerhouse for this industry. About 40% of the entire gold physical trade has been done through Dubai.
Oh, 40%. Okay, that's nice. So, what do you think? Like, Dubai, is it a myth that Dubai's gold is the cheapest in the world?
It's partially not, because if you think about it really, then there's no VAT on purchasing gold in this city. If you're talking about it being cheap, we nothing is really cheap in this world if you think about it. But yes, there is no VAT on purchasing gold in Dubai. And in fact, demand from India, China, and even the GCC keeps the market strong. The demand keeps rising, the market strengthens.
Okay, do you think investing in gold is a suitable option?
I think it's very reasonable. It's very sound. Gold में बिल्कुल invest करना चाहिए. And the way to invest in this is, of course, through gold futures, or there is refining and storage infrastructure. There's also DMCC and DGCX. And we also talked about that it's cheap. So let's not say it's cheap per se, but of course, when the global prices fluctuate, the demand from India, China, and the GCC, it keeps the market strong. And so the prices don't really go up and down in this city.
Okay, so people can actually consider gold. Okay, so going further, tourism is, I think, it's so exciting and one of the solid ways the Dubai is fetching economy from that. So, what do you think? How can we invest from this segment? Because this is something very interesting. Because people generally go for experience, but how they can invest from tourism?
So tourism is, of course, a given. Any country would have tourists. But Dubai, in the last year, 2024, Dubai welcomed 18.1 million international tourists.
Oh, that is too high.
Well, the expected number for next year is 25 million. And so now that we're talking about the tourism industry and hospitality, so people can always invest in the food and beverage business, the hospitality REITs, timeshares, boutique hotels. And with the 2040 vision of Dubai, the city vision that the government has launched, there are going to be 25 million is the number next year. It's only going to go higher from that.
Oh, that's seriously nice.
Well, that you know why is that? It's because Dubai is a tourist country for so many reasons that there are events happening, festivals and events happening all round here. Well, like Expo City and Global Village. There's Miracle Gardens. There's just so much to do in Dubai.
Apart from Burj Khalifa, I'm sure.
Apart from Burj Khalifa.
Today, young generation is looking for short-term investment. So in that case, what do you have to say about Airbnb? Like how lucrative it is, and with this also they have a fear like how they're gonna manage the property. That's their problem. So what do you have to say on that?
Right. So you mentioned short-term investments. To burst your bubble, there's nothing known as a short-term investment. All investments are long-term. But there are these things known as short-term rentals. These are called holiday homes in Dubai. So ये होता क्या है कि लोग अपने जो घर होते हैं वो instead of giving it in a long lease, like a long-term lease contract, they put it up for short-term holiday home type leases. Dubai में it's not like the US or Canada where you can put up your entire home by yourself on Airbnb or Booking.com as a holiday home. You have to collaborate with a company to do so. So there are companies who manage these holiday homes. Well, yeah, they will manage it. They will look at your ROI. They will look at how much return you're getting per year, per month, per day. Well, to talk about the ROI, there's about 8 to 12% annually ROI in short-term rentals, which is very contrasting from long-term leases, which is about 5 to 10.
So you're trying to say it is super flexible and easy for the keen buyers to have Airbnb property and they can relax and have rental income from the probably very first day after investing.
I like how you mentioned flexibility. So, short term rentals are all about personal flexibility. So, for example, you give your property to a company to manage as a holiday home. You can always choose कि आपको कब वहाँ पे जाना है. मैं रहने आ रहा हूँ तो आप अभी मत डालो इसको Airbnb पे post मत करो. So, if you do want consistent cash flow and higher return on your investment, this is the way to go. And you know what the best part is? There's no income tax. You buy a property, well, what comes with this property is also a golden visa. Now, that is a story for another time. If you invest over 2 million dirhams on a property, no matter what you do with it, if you give it on lease, use it for end use, or you put it up as a holiday home, you will get a golden visa.
So that's the minimum investment that is required, as you
Yes,
mentioned?
this is what the government has stated, that you need to have a minimum investment of 2 million dirhams.
And it can go beyond. That's
Of
the,
course.
Okay, fine. That's interesting. Okay, people are going tech crazy nowadays, and AI is something that is crazy. So Dubai is something very strong when it comes to tech. So how about startups and everything? Like, is it easy to start a business there, a tech business in Dubai?
You're very accurate right there. So the tech scene in Dubai is exploding. About $1.7 billion invested into the tech industry in Dubai, with specializations in health tech, in ed tech, fintech, AI, and many more. There is the DIFC Innovation Hub, and there's also the Dubai Silicon Oasis. These two agencies, they offer 100% foreign ownership, and also it's tax-free profits. And of course, it's government-backed accelerators.
Okay, so that means the policies and support is full if you want to start a business. So, what do you think? What is the minimum investment that is required in Dubai?
Right. So now you're talking about two different things. Starting a business and investing in a business are two different things. What we're talking about today is investing into these startups and these tech companies. So, well, the way to do investment in these companies is through angel networks or through venture capitalism. There's also crowdfunding available. And you ask me if there's any minimum investment. Well, this is like buying any share in a company. So the investment is up to you. But what I would like to say is that these startups in Dubai are gonna blow people's minds, because this is not another Silicon Valley. It's a new emerging force in itself.
So I've also heard that Dubai is focusing on greenery and renewable energy. How about that? I mean, what's the impact? Because so this is the only city who is like focusing so much on it.
Well, I don't know about other cities and other countries in the world, but Dubai is going completely green. What that means is that by 2050, we will have 100% clean energy. And that number, 100%, is the maximum you can go. So this is just out of the pocket. So there are projects like Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park. There's also blue and green hydrogen pilots in Hatta. Hatta is a part of the UAE, it's not in Dubai. And well, these two projects that are coming up, they're backed by immense infrastructure commitments. So by 2050, we are going to go completely green. And what I love about investing in this sector is that I think it's one of the best things to do because it's ethical and it's profitable. So you're giving back into the world and you're also gaining profits.
Actually, this sounds very interesting. So, what do you think? How to invest? Because still people might not be clear about it.
You can always go through the DIFC, which is the Dubai International Financial Center, to invest in startups that are specializing in energy. There's also solar leasing models, there's green bonds, and there's also ESG funds which you can invest through. And of course, give back to the community, give back to the mother nature, and gain profits for yourself.
Okay, that's something interesting. Thank you. So, moving further, also I'm curious to know about the financial side of Dubai, how different they are from rest of the world.
Well, if we talk about the stocks and bonds, it's not very different from the New York Stock Exchange. So we have the DFM, which is the Dubai Financial Market, and also NASDAQ Dubai. And these are not very different from the New York Stock Exchange, but of course, the IPOs in this market are from Dubai. And so they're all Dubai based companies. There are also UAE based companies, but most companies in the UAE are from Dubai. Well, the NASDAQ Dubai and DFM have been thriving post Expo. So, post Expo, we've seen many successful IPOs launched in Dubai. There's DEWA, there's Salik. DEWA is the electricity and water agency that runs through Dubai. And Salik is, of course, the road tax, the toll that you pay for traveling on the roads. So these companies have gone public. They've launched their IPOs. Since all of this has happened, the DFM index has grown by 48.5%, which is a very high number for the past 3 years.
I think you have provided top of the line information to our viewers, where Indians, particularly, how smoothly they can invest in any of them.
If we were to talk about the relevancy of this to especially Indian citizens, well, it's easier than ever to invest in Dubai nowadays. You get tax free income. There is currency stability. There's also, of course, there's access to global markets. So, as an Indian citizen, if you do want to invest, it's not very far also. And I think one of the best things that bonus over here is that these investments and these venture capitalisms, and if you invest in a home, whatever it is, it can help you qualify for a golden visa. So that is 10 years of residency in the UAE for you and your family.
Well, I would like to ask you, in all these investment zones, what is the minimum investment that is required?
Right. So, like we talked about before, there is a minimum investment on real estate for 2 million dirhams. Only then you can get a golden visa. Other sectors, the 5 sectors that we've talked about, it depends on sector to sector. If you're buying a share of a company, that's different. If you're investing in solar energy, that's different. And yeah, these days getting a golden visa has become relatively easy. It's not just through real estate.
I think, Rohani, you have just blown my mind, and even for my audience, because we always thought that it's just about property. So, as it is beyond property, so what do you think? What is the structure of investing in Dubai?
Right. So if you're asking me for a plan of action, firstly, of course, you have to do your research. R&D is vital for anything that you're getting into.
Yeah, that's the key.
Exactly. And so do your research very thoroughly, decide where you want to invest, and then comes the second step, that invest in one sector, but do not put all your money into multiple sectors at once. So you have to start small and then diversify. For example, you invest in the solar leasing models or you invest in green bonds. So that's one sector. Once you get your return on investment through that sector, you can diversify then. Then third comes work with local experts or people specialized in the market of Dubai, like Dubai housing. So, yes, you can always work with platforms and companies and firms that are very knowledgeable and have experience in the economy of Dubai. Ask their opinions. That is the second step of R&D. And then, of course, the fourth step is just think long term. Like we started talking about this, everyone wants short term gratification. It's all about quick returns. But there is the City Vision 2040 that the government has introduced. And so you really have to think about कि सबसे ज़्यादा profits आपको कौन से sector में से आएगा in the long term.
I think Dubai is more than the building. They are more secured in terms of policy because they work for people. I've seen, as she has talked about every sector is secured because of their policies. So now you have to decide what is your niche because you know your budget, and if you face any trouble, then as she said, you can have legal assistance where you can clear out all your queries to be the right investor because it's not about the timings, it is about being right.
I truly believe that. And all I'd like to say in the end is that Dubai is evolving and smart investors are evolving with it.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ekta.